South Korea, we're over there. We have to protect ourselves and our allies. Japan. Oh, it's a mess. Supposedly, there's a B-52 bomber, one of ours, and China not very happy about it, but have spotted it. We have a B-52, been flying around. We don't know if it's a military drill with South Korea, because, it's always doing these military drills. But North Korea not liking it, saying, we're going to shoot your B-52 bomber down immediately, and China threatening us as well. But maybe Kim Jong-un, maybe he needs one of those B-52 bombers to bomb the crap out of him and get a locale of exactly where he is. Nice bomb right on him. Take him out with precision. Man, we got drones. We just got a lot of stuff. So many things and so many options. You don't want to plunge nuclear war, but he's threatening to do it, and he says he's going to launch it. What do you do to a man that does that? That's a big breaking story today, folks. Keep monitored in the situation. Anything could happen. Really. Kim Jong-un, he is, wow. He thought Saddam Hussein was a loose cannon. It makes him look like the Pope, practically. This guy is just really just a flake. And by the way, that interview movie that I referred to in the news story that I just read, Seth Rogen, hilarious in the interview. A lot of truth in the movie, by the way, of things people that knew about Jong-un and things that we've heard from insiders, the media, etc., through the years, and for the family and the practices and how inhumane they are with the people, the deception and the lies that they throw out about how blessed their people are and how happy their people are, and how many stores are just filled with fresh produce and just, the land of milk and honey that have you to believe over there. It's so prosperous and beautiful, and which we just know that's a bunch of BS. But these people are very antagonistic. And Iran, I've said that they're on a watch list too. Rex Tillerson, Secretary of State, looking at them as well because they're in the balance. And they're monitoring the situation and how we're handling the situation because they have ambition as well, and they have defied us because they've been launching their stuff too. And been going against these deals that John Kerry put together. And now these things are just going to have to be redone. Look, I don't want a war. I certainly don't want a bubble cloud, mushroom cloud, and then millions of people just getting vaporized. But you know what? Some people they don't learn. You have leaders like Kim Jong-un that's unhinged. Crazy. Seemingly just doesn't care. And will kill anybody around him that disagrees with his antics. Oh, China, where are you? Where are you, China? What do you care about? What do you care about? There needs to be some logic there in China because China's so close. I mean, a lot of people, it could be a bad deal. China needs to step up, in my opinion. Maybe some leadership, some prodding with the U.S., but China needs to step up and slap some really bad sanctions on them. And so you're getting no food, you're getting no coal, you're not getting any, we're not trading, we're not doing anything until you totally stop launching these missiles or have any type of ambition. You got to let the UN in, whatever. But this is an alarm that needs to be going off, an alarm that's very troublesome for the world. Bad. Talk about nefarious players. He is bad news. But like I said, China's been profiting. But at what cost And see, it always comes down to cost. It's like GATT and NAFTA. Oh, it's such a beautiful deal for America and for Americans. It's a crappy deal. And who gets paid? It's the people at the top that got paid. Then the little people, the worker bees, you and I, get screwed. So when Donald Trump said, I want to win, 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 I'm going to make America great again. Yeah. That resonates with me. It resonates with my peeps. And if you're one of those worker bees out there, it should resonate with you. Because you feel the pinch. You feel the pain. All right, let's get into the surveillance here. And then I did a YouTube video yesterday. By the way, thank you for our new supporter. After the video, we got another one. Thank you so much. God bless you. And he said he did well on eBay. And thank God for eBay. You can sell stuff and you can make money. You can start a business that way. Refurbish things, sell things, collect, your collectible, whatever. It's a good deal. Well, the announcement by a top lawmaker, yesterday, as a matter of fact, was saying that the intelligence agencies disseminated surveillance on the Trump transition team, and they found out that it was true, these allegations of Donald Trump. House Intelligence Chairman Representative Devin Nunes of California said that a source within the intelligence community had shown him dozens of reports that were produced from incidentally collected communications between members of the Trump transition team and foreign targets. Several individuals on Trump's team were eventually unmasked and had their identities widely disseminated despite the information being limited intelligence value. Nunes says the bombshell news conference appeared to partially back up Trump's assertion earlier this month that former President Barack Obama had wiretapped him. Wow. So Donald Trump, as you can imagine, pretty pleased. Of course, Trump said, wow, that means that I'm right. Trump was telling the Time magazine while reading another outlet article about the Nunes news conference, and while the intelligence appeared to have him been legally collected, Nunes says that based on the FISA warrant, Trump appeared particularly upset that the members of his team had been identified in the intelligence reports, something which is rarely supposed to happen. And at least one of those individuals, former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, had information about his phone calls leaked to the press, leading to scandal and ultimately resulted in his termination. And the Flynn episode was just one in a series of politically damaging leaks that have hurt the Trump White House. So the real story here is who released General Flynn's name, who released conversations with Austria, and who released the conversation with Mexico. And then Trump told the Time magazine during an interview that occurred yesterday that the story, these leakers, they are disgusting and they are horrible people. And he added that these people were in the Obama years because he had plenty of leakers also. And Trump appeared to be very content about his claims and had been supported by Nunes' news conference, and he suggested additional information could emerge, and probably will. But do you think that the mainstream media is going to report on that stuff? Forget about it. As my uncle used to say, forget about it. He was Italian. Uncle Rocco. Lived up to his mid-90s. What a great guy. Rocco Aceta. Is that not an Italian name? Yeah, when I was growing up, it was a cool thing to have an Uncle Rocco. Believe me. Because Rocco had your back. Seriously. He was a driver, if you know what I mean. I retired really early and got out of it. And in Mount Vernon, New Jersey, used to be a bartender back in the day for the Playboy Mansion up in Mount Vernon, New Jersey. I lived in Sussex County. up north in Newton, New Jersey. My mom still lives there, and family in New Jersey and Pennsylvania, and lived in New York City, too. That's where I got my start in radio at WMCA back in the 80s. Very cool. Yeah, but Uncle Rocco, I'm going to send him there, and he's going to put you in the dumpster. Oh, wow. But I had the sweetest aunt, too, and I lost them both probably about 5-6 years ago. But they were just salt-of-the-earth people and treated us like gold. And, man, could they cook. Ah, man. You want to talk about authentic Italian food, man. It's not at Olive Garden. I know some of you love it, but real Italian doesn't come from there. It really doesn't. Well, the London mayor is getting into a Twitter battle with Trump Jr. You hear about this one? Yeah, Khan, of the mayor there, Thursday morning, he's dismissed Donald Trump Jr.'s criticism of him for months of old comments that terror attacks are part of living in a big city. Basically, that's what the mayor of London said. It's a kid, Khan. I'm not going to respond to a tweet from Donald Trump Jr. This is the mayor. I've been doing far more important things over the past 24 hours. And, of course, the mayor was talking to CNN. And they added that terrorists hate the fact that cities, including London, New York, and Paris, have diverse communities living together peacefully. After Wednesday's attacks, President Donald Trump's son tweeted, "You have to be kidding me. Terror attacks are part of living in a big city," says London Mayor Khan. The tweet included a link to his September 22nd story from Britain's independent newspaper that includes the quote from Khan, who was asking Londoners to be vigilant after a bombing in New York City. It's a true story. That's all Trump Jr. was trying to point out. Look, you said be vigilant, be concerned. British member of Parliament Wes Sterling was among numerous Brits who responded to the younger Trump's tweet with criticism. He called Trump Jr. a disgrace and accused him of using a terror attack for political gain. Okay, give me a break. It's more of this, the mayor, the prime minister. They can't use radical Islamic terrorism. They can't say it. They can't say it. Folks, make no mistake about it. ISIS is at war with us. In Western society, they will kill their own people. They'll kill children, men, women. It doesn't matter. You are the great Satan. And in case you didn't know, there's a genocide going on in the Middle East. Christians. There's hardly any Christians left in Iraq. Did you know that? Because ISIS has killed millions. They're finding mass graves. Hundreds of thousands buried in mass graves. Just unbelievable. You don't think that we're living in the end times? When you hear it, think we are. We shouldn't be concerned. We're freaking out. When we become complacent, that's when the enemy uses it against us. And I'm afraid, folks, that we're going to see more of this until we actually root it out and call evil for what it is. Finally, we do have a president that's not afraid. Sad to say, in Wisconsin, there was a barrage of shootings taking place. Did you hear about it? Shootings that police officers died. 3 of them were killed, and there's a suspect in custody. Police officers and 3 other people were killed in a series of shootings in northern Wisconsin that apparently began as a domestic dispute in a bank, according to officials. Authorities took no questions at this news conference, but said that there was no remaining threat to the public. So we're a standoff in Marathon County where more law enforcement just arrived for an ongoing situation. The police weren't immediately at that time yesterday providing many details. Jason Smith, the deputy administrator for the State Department of Justice Division of Criminal Investigation, said more than 100 officers were investigating and more information would be released today. The shootings, it happened at a bank, a law firm, and an apartment complex. 3 places.